Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Happy New Year to all, and greetings from PSA Bharat Mumbai Container Terminals Private Limited. So, just a short introduction about our terminal. PSA Bharat Mumbai Container Terminals. It is basically located in Jawaharlal Nehru Port in Maharashtra. It is the India's largest and premier container gateway. We are equipped with the latest technology and the state-of-art infrastructure to offer our customers with the fastest turnaround of vessels and value-added services. We are basically well connected with the highways, major highways, rail networks, catering to the requirements of the customers from various interland locations in India. So I just want to share a very good news about our terminal. We have actually achieved a very new milestone by handling 2 millionth tube, that is yesterday, since operational from February 2018. We have achieved this milestone in a very less time period compared to other terminals in JNPT, and it is all possible because of the valuable support which is received from the trade and customers. It gives me immense pleasure to share just few key highlights about our terminal that has happened in recent past. Two new services, two new Far East services have been added into the fleet of our existing services. One is CI6 service, which is jointly operated by Vanhai, Interasia, Yonge Line, Sinocor, and Feedertech. It was introduced on 12th December 2020. And the second services is the CI2, which was just recently introduced on 4th January 2021. That is basically operated by Vanhai and Interasia. And we have another Europe services in pipeline, which we are expecting that it will be resumed from this month onwards. So I'd just like to introduce my team members from PSA Mumbai. We have with us Mr. Avinash Das.
Hello everyone.
He's manager marketing in Mumbai, and we have Miss Tan Biten. She's general manager cargo solutions. She's from Singapore, and we have Mr. Saurav Sharma. He's the regional commercial manager.
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, everyone.
So we have Mr. Sakin Praveen. He's a research analyst. He works with PSA Mumbai.
Good afternoon, everyone.
We have from the operations team, we have Mr. Vinay Thakur and Sachin Kadu.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
So, without further delay, I would request Mr. Rohit from ODEX to please take over. The basic agenda why we are here is, as you all know, that it was this ODEX, the collaboration. We had a collaboration with ODEX for the seamless movement of DPD containers. It was all the part of the digitalization concept, whereby currently the CHS, they are uploading all the documents, and they're getting the finance approval then and there, and they're taking the deliveries of container from our terminal. So currently, the why we are here is we are basically we want to withdraw that PD option which is currently prevailing in BMCT, and we want to make everything online. So it is in this regard, PSA Mumbai as well as ODEX team, we have partnered, and we have organized this webinar just to portray like what will be the formalities, how the things will be uploaded, how the payment options will be, what are the various payment options that the customers they can opt for the seamless movement of DPD containers from our terminal. So without further delay, I would request Mr. Rohit from ODEX to please take over, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Solomon. Hello and good afternoon to everyone. So I'm Rohit McCurtis. I'm taking care of the marketing in ODEX India Solutions. To continue, I have Mr. Kumar Gaurav, who is AVP Business Development, who will continue and show you the complete brief and present you the complete presentation on how the things can be worked out on ODEX for the DPD things. So over to Mr. Kumar.
Yeah. Thanks, Rohit, and thanks, Mr. Solomon. And first of all, I'd like to congratulate the entire BMCT team for the new achievement, and welcome to the everyone. The opportunity which was given by the BMCT to integrate for the payments, so we have already integrated with the payment solution. So without delaying, I am sharing my presentation, how we are working and how we can proceed further with the payment solution. So can you see my screen? Is it visible? Right.
Yes.
Yes, it's visible. Yes.
So first, I'd like to give you the flow of this presentation. I will first of all brief about the ODEX, the ODEX, and what are the significance in this industry, and how we are integrated with all the stakeholders, with the shipping lines, as well as NVOCCs, terminal, CFS, and what are the facility we are providing on our portal. So ODEX is basically a community platform where the different stakeholders from the shipping industry, they come on platform and they exchange their data in a digital format, as well as we are providing solution to the different stakeholder, to the trade, where they can process to the beneficiary or to the terminals also. So this is the basically about the ODEX, and the full form of ODEX is online document exchange. And this ecosystem, if you see, daily we are processing 70,000 plus document on our platform with the help of 100 plus shipping lines, 10 plus port terminals, 4,500 freight forwarders, as well as the CHs, and online trade platform is also available. And we are directly integrated with the 600 plus web bridges pan India basis. So when I'm saying the web bridges integration, this means that if your container is going for the payment for the VGM purpose, then this is directly the data will pass it through our system to the shipping lines, and it goes to the terminal. So there is no need of further entry any data related to the payment part. So this is again one of the things, and then 70 plus banks is supporting us with the payment solution, as well as with the few of the partners we are enabled with the credit, short-term credit. And again, like the 15,000 plus importer and exporters are also using this platform for different model we have in import and export. So even overall, if you see, 25,000 plus customers are registered on our portal, and they are exchanging their data in a digital format. All the documents they are processing through our platform, as well as they are processing the payment through ODEX platform. So this is the entire ecosystem of ODEX. We started this ODEX from India location. We are pioneer in many of the products, and then now we are live at UAE, Qatar, Iraq, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Ghana. And soon we are going to live at Nigeria with the different models which we have. So now ODEX become the global company now. With the export solution, we started with the CRO, that is the container release order, and then we have like if the customer or you can come on our platform, you can send the request to the shipping line, and the shipping line, they will release the order, container release order from the ODEX platform. Then next model, we have a shipping bill, where the customer can submit the details related to the shipping bill to the shipping lines through our platform. So this is the another model in export. Then third one is the export manifest, which is EGM. So most of the shipping lines and NVOCCs, they are using our platform to generate the EGM manifest through our platform, and they are submitting to the customs. The another model, we have invoice and the payment. The shipping lines, NVOCCs, and freight forwarder, they are releasing the invoice on ODEX platform, and further the trade can use our platform to do the payment to these beneficiaries, to these shipping lines and the NVOCCs and the freight forwarder. Again, as I mentioned, there is Waybridge EDI, that direct integration is there with more than 600 plus Waybridges. So since all the BCOs, most of them are BCOs, we suggest if you have any factory inbound Waybridges is there, then we always suggest that please be in touch with us, and we will integrate your Waybridges directly with our system, and further you do not need to enter any details related to the container payment. So it will be auto-populated. So this is one of the things. And VGM, again, as per the DG shipping norms, we are one of the platform which is certified to accept the VGM data through our platform, and we pass it to the shipping lines further for their processing. And the first one, the last one is the gate pass, where we are the pioneer in this entire pan-India basis. We started this module from Nhava Sheva location, and now we are also live at Chennai and Gujarat location with the Form 6. So at Nhava Sheva location, this gate pass is called as a Form 13. So earlier, the CHAs, these people, they visit to the shipping lines and then the terminal with their document hard copy. Now we are completely automate this process, and there is no need of further taking the physical copy to this beneficiaries, and they can just apply on the ODEX platform, and they can submit this request to the shipping lines and NVOCCs, and further the shipping lines team, they approve and reject as per their requirement, and then you can get in the container. So this is the export solution basically available on the ODEX. Now I will give you the brief about the import solution which is available on the ODEX platform. So the manifest and the CAN, again, the IGM process is also available on the ODEX. Many of the shipping lines and VOCCs, they are using this platform for generating the IGM. This entire manifest, EGM and IGM, is going to be replaced with the SCMT also. So if you're aware, from April 2021, this new SCMT rule is coming up. Okay, so again, ODEX platform is ready with that solution, and we are already interacting with the IceGate, and our platform is working fine, and we are getting the response on the SCMT part also. Then next model, we have a house BL, where the CHAs and the BCOs and the freight forwarder, they can come on our platform. They submit the house BL information to the shipping line against the MBL issued by the shipping lines. So they this facility is also available on ODEX. Then we have a e-invoice, so where the more than 30 plus shipping lines and VOCCs and freight forwarders are available for this facility, where they are releasing the invoice to the trade, and trade can further view or download the invoice from our platform, and they can further process the payment to those shipping lines and VOCCs. So this facility is again available with the e-invoice, e-payment, and another module, that is the e-delivery order. Many of the shipping lines and then VOCCs, they are generating the delivery order through ODEX. The benefit of this is all the respective parties, first of all, the customer as well as CFS and the MTR is already connected through ODEX portal. So all the three respective party will get the notification email once the shipping line, they upload the delivery order. Then recently we are also live with the terminal payment, that is PSA, who gives us chance to start this. Again, we are pioneer in India who started this payment solution with the terminal. So this is also live for the DPD container. DPD customers, they can come on the ODEX portal, and they can further select their container, and they can process the payment directly to the BMCT team. So this is from the import solution. Now, especially with the e-invoicing benefit. So if you see, the ODEX is basically a uniform platform for multiple shipping line and VOCC freight forwarder. So on a single dashboard, if any of the beneficiary party or any of your shipping lines, they release the invoices, then on a single dashboard, you can find out your invoices. And after once any of the shipping line, they release the invoices, then you will get the notification email on your registered IDs against the action which is taken by the shipping lines, and you can process the further this payment through ODEX platform itself. So if once you are okay with the invoice and everything is okay, then you can do the payment through ODEX. The benefit of doing the payment through ODEX is first of all, this is the real-time payment confirmation. So in current scenario, if you are using the NEFT, RTGS or the check payment mode, then you need to wait at least from shipping lines. whether the amount has been reflected or not. But on real-time payment confirmation, so
sorry
there
to
is
interrupt.
yeah.
Kumar, sorry to interrupt. I think we missed some points. Correct, Solomon?
Where Rohit exactly?
Just 2-3 lines before.
So e-payment or e-invoicing?
No, e-payments. Yeah.
Okay. So let
You can
me
start. Yeah.
with again the e-payment.
Sure.
Okay. So with e-payment, basically once the BCOs and the CHAs or the freight forward, they receive the invoice from the shipping lines and NVOCC, then they can process the payment through ODEX. The benefit of this with processing the payment through ODEX is the real-time payment confirmation. If any of you are processing NEFT, RTGS or the check payment or the DD payment to the shipping lines and NVOCCs or to the terminal, then you need to wait at least 1 to 2 hours to get the confirmation from these parties, and you need to share the UTR number to these shipping lines and NVOCCs and the terminal. So benefit with the ODEX portal, you do not need to share any details related to the payment. Once it is payment is processed, then automatically notification email goes to the shipping lines and NVOCC and the terminal. On the basis of that, they will give you the payment confirmation. So further, you do not need to send any email or to follow up to any of the respective party. Okay. And if you are doing the check payment or any DD, then again you need to like visit to the shipping lines or to the terminal. So there is no need of further going at the shipping line counter for the payment confirmation. As well as from the accounting point of view, a complete reconciliation report is available. So there is one option, the export option is there, where you can download the entire payment details from the same screen or the dashboard, and further you can use it for the accounting purpose also. Once you process the payment, then the receipts is again, this will be uploaded by the shipping lines or to the respective parties on the same dashboard. So you will get the entire thing on the single dashboard. So there is no need of further follow with any of the respective shipping lines and the NVOCC and the freight forward. And this complete payment is available with supported with the invoice and the BL number. So this will make your life easier and make your reconciliation easier. So from the accounting point of view also, you can reduce the complete process. And with the payment solution, if you see, the entire TAT for getting the confirmation related to the payment is reduced to the 0 minute. Currently, if you're taking your CHAs or if you are doing the payment directly to the shipping line, then it will take at least 3 to 4 hours to get the confirmation. Now this entire TAT is reduced to the 0 minute payment. So with the BMCT and as well as with the payment which is available on ODEX, the payment solution modes basically. So if there are more than 40 plus banks who are supporting the net banking. So once you click on the pay button, then there is option of net banking. There you can select your bank and further enter your user ID and the password on that bank server, and you can process the payment to the terminal, to the NVOCCs and to the shipping lines directly through ODEX platform. Then recently we are live with the UPI solution also. So if you are using UPI, then you can use the UPI method and you can process the payment. Then another benefit, another payment mode, which is basically beneficial for the entire corporate. And this is something unique where that is the VAN, virtual account number. This is basically, if I will say, currently you are using the PD account with terminals. Okay, so this facility you can come up and you can use the VAN facility for this to do the payment to the different stakeholders on the ODEX platform. So I will come on more details on the VAN. So if you are using the VAN facility, then with the VAN facility you can put some money into that. Basically, this is a zero balance account where you can put that money into that account, and further you can do the payment to the all respective party which is available on the ODEX platform. So in case if you want to stop the PDA account facility and you want to save your money and reduce your reconciliation work, if you want to do that, then you can start using the VAN facility through ODEX. Okay. So in case if you are using the PD account, then in PD account you can do the payment to single party and your amount will be stuck. But in case of VAN, there is a if you want to process the refund, then that is also possible. And there are multiple parties. So as I mentioned, there are 30 plus beneficiaries. They accept the payment through ODEX. So if suppose if you are putting in a day, in the morning, if you suppose you want to put some money into that account, you can put that amount into that account, and you can process the payment to all the respective beneficiaries, which is available on the ODEX. So one-stop solution for multiple shipping line, NVCCs, CFS, and the terminal. You can process the payment, which is again, as I mentioned, this is the real-time payment confirmation. So there is no need of sharing any UTR details, any follow-up with any of your beneficiary. And this facility is available 24/7. So in day-to-day basis also, if you are using the bank facility, then it happens many times that the bank server is not working. But in the case of WAN, there is no issues, any problem, and we have till date we have not faced any error, any problem with the WAN facility, and you can process that payment even off-time hour also. Like if it is non-banking hours also, you can process this payment through WAN facility. So this is something unique which is available for the entire trade. And also this WAN facility is supported with our banking partner with a small time credit, basically 1 day or 2 day credit we give it to the CHS and to the customers to process the payment. And this will help you basically to increase the operational efficiencies. So this is the replacement, I can say, with the PDA. And if you want, you can stop the PDA facility and you can start using the WAN facility and do the payment to the different shipping lines, NVCCs, terminals, and to the CFS. So with the delivery order, as I mentioned, once you process the payment through ODEX, then we have a facility where you can submit your document through ODEX also. If you are a CVBL using for the shipping lines, then immediately you can scan the copy of your CVBL, submit the details on the ODEX portal, and the payment is already through ODEX and the document is already submitted through ODEX. Then immediately your TAT will be reduced in the issuing the delivery order by the shipping lines. So as a BCO, you are also getting the real-time visibility related to at which cycle your process is going. So suppose you send any invoice request at particular fixed time, then you can find out which shipping lines are providing at your invoice is releasing, as well as once you process the payment and the DO request, then at what time your delivery order has been issued by the shipping line. So complete visibility is there, complete transparency is there. So again, as a delivery order, most of the CFS MTR is already connected through ODEX portal. So there is no need of carrying the hard copy to this CFS and the MTR. Okay, so again, there is a benefit to the entire trade. So immediately they can reduce the TAT, because arranging the hard copy at Nhava Sheva location or any remote location of the terminal, this thing is again a pain area for the customers. So we have already automated, and once the shipping line they release the delivery order, then this will automatically goes to the respective CFS and the MTR. So there is no need of further follow-up or email to any of the respective party. So this is the benefit with the delivery order on the ODEX platform. Now, especially the benefit related to the BMCT payment through ODEX. So as I mentioned, the payment benefit with ODEX is the real-time payment confirmation. So on a single page, you can view all your this invoices, which stage this is processing. So this on the single dashboard, you can find out which shipping lines, which terminals, which all the containers are there, and you can process the payment. Also, as I mentioned, you can for the BMCT especially, you can again attach the document which is required by the BMCT terminal through ODEX portal. So there is no need of sending a separate email or and attaching your document to and sending it to the terminal, and no need of follow up with the BMCT team related to the payment confirmation, as well as if you are using and stopping the PDA account, then there is no need of maintaining the PDA account. Use the payment gateway or the WAN facility which is available on the ODEX platform to do and reduce the entire TAT in getting the OOC from the terminal. And also from our side, if you are using this facility and you become our privileged customer, then we are providing the single point of contact, where this team or the team member who is the single point of contact, they will further follow up on your behalf to the shipping lines, to the terminal, to the freight forward, to the MVOCCs. So you do not need a separate person who send the email again and again. So from ODEX side, you will get an update at what time, whatever the issues, if there is any issues, any problem, then our team will inform you related to if any of the document is missing, then this single point of contact person will give you a call proactively and help you out with the situation. And as I mentioned, the short-term credit facility is available with our partner. So if anyone want to utilize this facility, then this facility is also available, where we are giving 1 day or 2 day credit from the banking partner. Basically, this is for the operational benefit and to reduce the entire this cycle to in getting the OC or the delivery order from the shipping. So overall, these are the advantages with the BMCT payment through ODEX. So I will run quickly the screenshot of the BMCT terminal, how you can process the payment through ODEX. So once you log into our platform, then you can click on the invoice, and from the invoice, there is a terminal payment option is there. Click on the terminal, select BMCT, and select the vessel via number. So if your container is coming from a particular vessel, then you can select that vessel which is coming in the drop down and enter your DPD code into this. Once you enter the DPD code, then automatically if the container is coming under that DPD code will be visible on this screen, and select the pickup time from this option. Once you click on the pickup time and select the time, then you will find out automatically that amount will be reflected on the ODEX screen. So from the back end, logic is there, calculator is there, which calculate the time as per your request, and this will be shown on the screen. From this screen, you can get an idea how much amount you have to pay, and from there you can also upload the document which is required by the BMCT terminal. You can select the document, attach, out of charge, delivery order, whatever be the document required by the BMCT terminal. You can attach from there here and click on the pay button. So directly you can click on the pay button and process the payment. Once you click on the pay button, then it comes on this screen where there is the option of banking and VAN. From the banking, again you can select your bank and process the payment, or you can select the UPI payment, or there is the option of VAN. So to enable the VAN facility, basically we required this confirmation from your side, and we provide a small form and the formalities to proceed further, and then we enable the VAN facility for that customer. Also, I would like to add on, there is a maker and checker facility, where like if you are using one operations department, there is the maker, and suppose account department is the checker, then that facility is also available on the ODEX portal, where we will enable the maker and checker facility for your payment solution. And then I click on the I agree and pay. Once the payment has been processed, then immediately notification email goes to the respective party, either it is a terminal, MVOCCs, or to the shipping lines, and they process the payment and they further process your document. So if you see, this is the dashboard for the terminal. So against this code, these are the containers basically on this vessel, and document is under the requested stage. Once BMCT terminal people will accept the document, then it is confirmed. And for the payment part, if you see, there is a confirm, because the payment mode is ODEX. If there is a demand draft or anything, then it comes to under the requested stage. So once the BMCT accounting confirm on this request, then you will find out the payment has been confirmed. So to reduce this stat, we always suggest to start using the ODEX portal, and immediately you will get this OC once the document is confirmed by the BMCT team. So this is basically like the brief about the how you can process the payment through ODEX portal. But if you want a step-by-step process, then we have a YouTube link. So maybe after this call, after this session, we can share the YouTube link where we have already, there is 8-minute YouTube, this process, step-by-step process is there. You can share with your CHS also, and you can go through that, the link, how you can process exactly the payment through ODEX to the BMCT terminal. Then as per the advantage and the compliance, if you see, we are again, as I mentioned, we are pioneer in India who provide this, as per the DigiShipping norms, we are already affiliated and we are already connected with more than 650 web bridges for the VGM submission. Then PCS EDO integrations also, like we have directly integrated with the PCS. And as I mentioned, from April 2021, this manifest filing is coming as per the SCMTR guidelines. So we are ready with that solution. So EGM is going to be replaced with the SAM and STM. So if you have to submit any details to the shipping lines, and if you want to use our ODEX platform, then that facility is also available. And from the single platform, you can handle the entire process. You can know at what time your process is going and how much time they are taking. So this complete visibility is there with the ODEX platform. And as I mentioned, we are also like, as per the IceGate, we are ready with the STMTR. So CSN PACI number, if we receive, then you can send it to the shipping lines through ODEX portal. So this is the basically the entire this presentation on the ODEX and the payment gateway, which is like available for the terminal payment also with the BMCP. And I'm open for question and answer. Thanks. Thanks everyone for.
Yeah, hi, over to Solomon. So Solomon, we are open for the questions. So in audience, if anyone has any queries, any questions which you want to ask our team, we are there to assist.
Can I start it? My name is Amish from Bajaj Electricals.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I have maybe a couple of more questions. First of all, when we are starting this process on a compulsion basis, this is one question. Second major question is that if you can go through the second last or third last slide, where we have to mention the DPD code and the vessel voyage. Can you just?
Sure. Just. This one, sir?
Yeah. So here we are telling us to mention the pickup date and pickup time.
Correct.
So suppose my vessel is berthing yesterday night.
Okay.
I will be making payment today.
Okay.
OC, there are two parts. One is OC and then container release.
Correct.
So first of all, are we saying that after payment OC will be done, then release will be done, or first OC, then payment and then release?
Okay.
Get this part, means how, suppose my vessel has berthed yesterday night, I have done the duty payment, I have DO in my hand, I have to operate in ODEX now, right?
Correct.
Now my last step is, one step is OC, second step is payment to BMCT,
Terminal.
and last is container release.
Correct. So
how it will be processed?
Yeah. So to answer your question, the first one, I think Avinash and Solomon can answer the compulsion of using this thing. So Avinash or Solomon, can you answer this?
Hi, I just clarify this. See, now also we are not handling any of the DPD shipment on email basis. All the document, everything you need to upload on ODEX platform only. We are not allowing, earlier there are a lot of email exchange between BMC document and customers. So to streamline this process, since last 2 months from the starting date, after we have given a time frame of 15 days, when we have started in September 15. So after that, it was compulsion that you need to upload all the documents necessary approval through ODEX platform only. And regarding the payment system, so from our side, we request to all the customers to use online platform to make the payment. So now what happening for the DPD payment, you are using the PDA account at BMCT, which we are not encouraging to customer to use this DPD account anymore, because there are a lot of emails we are receiving from the customer regarding your reconciliation, regarding how much is the outstanding, all these things. So to facilitate to the trade, so we encourage to the customer to use this online platform as a to release your DPD container.
Abhinash.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I will tell you, as far as Bajaj is concerned,
Yeah.
we are already using your platform for uploading the documents part. Okay.
Yes.
I am not concerned with we are already using it. I am concerned with when we are expecting to stop the PD account and start with compulsion of this payment, because one more activity is attached to this, which I have spoken to Solomon, I think, last week when he guided me for this process.
Yes.
The problem here is at a company level,
Yeah.
we have a problem which I had initiated when the DPD was mandatory in 2017.
Yeah.
What happens, when the invoice is raised by a terminal, it is on a consignee.
Yeah.
That is Bajaj Electrical for us.
Yes.
Now we have in our system, we have 4 codes or 3 or 4 terminal codes, matlab vendor code.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we had suggested at the time in 2017, we are okay with all the processes which terminal has been doing, PD account, whatever. But if this invoice is being raised on CHA, CHA can make the payment and CHA can bill us that reimbursement. This is why, because the GST is involved. When suppose in this case payment will be done by CHA, but invoice is in our name, so CHA cannot take the credit of GST.
Okay.
Ultimately we have to take the GST credit, right? Or to leave that GST credit. So I think Solomon told that this is not possible. Of some because you have lots of CHAs and CHA gets changes everything. So
Yes.
what my problem will be there, like when my CHA pays the bill.
Yeah.
So when he pays the bill, what will happen? You are not having a PD account, right? But ultimately we have to book this bill in our system. That is Bajaj system to take GST credit.
Okay, sir, is it possible that you will maintain this van account of ODEX as your DPD, how you are now doing the deposit? Same type of model, you can use this van account of ODEX as a deposit account. From there, your CHA can make the payment.
Sir,
So,
that is not a problem. But ultimately, what my is the invoice will come in Bajaj name only.
Okay, so
Yeah, hi, Biteng here. Sorry, sir, I understand your problem. So I think your main issue is that you want the invoice to be in Bajaj's company name. Am I right? Because of the GST issues.
Yeah, I want the invoice in name of my CHA.
You want the invoice in the name of your CHA.
yes.
Of CHA.
But currently, currently, you are maintaining a PDA account with us, right?
Right.
And we are giving an invoice in Bajaj name today.
Correct.
So can you explain to me currently how are you managing it?
See, now what is happening? We are requesting our finance to give us 2 lakh rupee as an advance in name of BMT to pay them advance. Okay.
Yes.
But what happens when the containers are released, we get email invoices from BMCT email ID. Now
Correct. Mm.
I have to get into that each bill, take the printout, give it to finance for for booking that bill in the system. That other, then only that balance will be, ledger will be created. What has happened over the years in Bajaj Electricals, that see down the line people, some or the other bill will be missed out. So now what will happen? BMCT has a balance of 1 lakh, but Bajaj system on vendor code of BMCT will have 2 lakhs. You understand what I'm trying to? When bill is booked, then my balance will be reduced.
Correct. So I think there is a time gap in terms of the ledger updation, etc. So I think that is one problem that we are seeing, and we are also hearing from customers as well. So this is one thing that it's not a problem that can be solved immediately, but we are actually trying to explore that, but not with, maybe we can do it together. But I think the key thing now today is that actually if you are paying through ODEX online, and I understand is the CHA is actually making the payments online. So wouldn't, I think the CHA will be able to bill an invoice including BMCT charges, and that, of course, then he may be, depending on your arrangement, there could be a markup or something. But I think that will be a CHA invoice, right? And that will work for you. And
Yeah.
am I right to say?
Yeah, it's correct. But again,
So-
see, I will give you an example of a shipping company and a CFS charge payment. We have a contract with our forwarder that they will pay on our behalf. So
Yep.
what they do, they pay to shipping line, they take the GST credit, bill to me, and I take credit on my forwarder's bill. So in turn, I don't have to create 30, if there are 30 shipping lines and maybe 30 CFS, I cannot create 60 vendor names in my accounting system.
Mm.
I only need to maintain my forwarder or my CHA, which is maybe maximum of 10 to 12 all pan India basis. So an operational luxury I get because of this. So same way we were thinking, because ultimately your payment is required. That's okay. Payment can be done by our CHA, anybody. But the problem comes here on the invoices part. So anyway, this is the technical problem, which I guess still now there is no solution by many people.
Sir, I would like to add on this. If you want to have a solution on this now, so we can open a VAN account under your name, and you will authorize your CHs to do the payment to the terminal. So the invoice is coming in your name, and again the payment is processing by your CHA to the terminal under your account. So there is no need of GST. This you need to follow up with any GST thing with your forwarder, because the invoice coming in your name and the CHS is using your account. So this we can avoid this scenarios. And as you mentioned correctly, there is mismatch of ledger account. So this is also again reduced with the VAN, because whatever be the payment you are doing through ODEX, this is immediately like the real-time payment confirmation. So whatever the amount you are maintaining on the VAN, you can also view from your side also. And this is the once the payment is processed by the CHA, then again that this is the payment processed by the CHA, and whatever be the balance is available, then you can view on the ODEX platform. So this is something from ODEX. This thing we can provide the solution on this.
Let me see how this works. So in coming back to this screen, my
Sure,
point
sir.
going on that if my OOC working is there, see I can give you how I can give you a date when I have to do this? At what stage I have to do this? Pick up
Okay.
date.
Yeah. So there is for DPD clearance, there is a 48 hours of time, this
Right.
thing. And within 48 hours, you have to clear from the BMCT terminal. So
Right.
you generally, the CHA also, they put the expected date. Okay, at what time they will clear their cargo from the terminal, and accordingly they generate the invoices and they process the payment.
So you are talking about the last part. Matlab, whenever the 48 hours ending, that will
No. Suppose it's, if I'm a CHA or if I'm a Bajaj Electricals,
yeah.
and then I know ki within 4 hours I can get out the container and I have submitted all the document to the BMCT terminal. Then immediately BMCT terminal document team will verify the document, and you have already processed the payment through Odex. Then there is no need of waiting from the account department, and immediately you can send your vehicle to the terminal and you can get out the container.
Kumar, again, sorry to again get into more detail. See, I
Yes,
will
sir.
you. I want to know first that at which stage we need to pay this. After, before OOC, after OOC, after container release, where is this stage?
Okay.
Yeah, Biteng here. I think ODEX side, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I remember that actually we only want to get the payment after you upload the OOC.
OOC.
Why? Yeah, because the reason actually we went through a lot of iterations on this. We actually initially we said that okay, let the customer pay first and then upload the OOC. But we saw the problem comes in over the weekend, where actually everybody will say, yeah, we will get the OOC. And then the weekend come and pass, OOC was not uploaded and we cannot release the container. So eventually we came up with this OOC must be uploaded. But of course, with the iSCADE, I think we have some integration where with the iSCADE, we are getting the OOC EDI version. But our observation is still around 50%, depending on the shipping line that you're using. I think our observation is that the NVOCC sort of, I'm not sure, maybe I over generalize, but it's about 50%. So those that I think we are getting the EDI OOC from the customs system, actually, when you're using ODEX, you don't have to upload the OOC. So this is so I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah. So one part you have definitely answered. And so after OOC, when I put the date, I just want one more clarification. This 48 hours when we speak, that is still
Yes.
a confusion to me. 48 hours when we are calculating is for when we give it, when we release the container and we allocate to transporter. Our transporter is different. Matlab, we have our own transporter. So that is that when container is released, our as a CHA or as a Bajaj, we allocate to transporter. In the transporter generates the pin against each vehicle in the terminal, and the vehicle is sent. So now what happens? For example, I have I will give you an example. Today my birthing is done in the morning at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. My OOC is done. I upload here and I mentioned the date as 31st. Well, that is today is 8th of January, and I put the time as 12 o'clock. And I allocate the container at 5 o'clock to my transporter. In case transporter arranges the vehicle, it is sent to the PMCT port and it is in the queue. Suppose part shipment or part containers, or I am saying that there are 30 containers, out of which 10-15 containers get in before 12 and last 15 are not gated in at 12 o'clock, which is mentioned here, that is 8 January. Then what will happen to the system?
So actually it's a very good question. So actually we are operating, actually the truck driver will not have any problem to enter the terminal, and he should not have any problem to exit the terminal even though he has exceeded. But after the truck has exited, and then we found that the store rent is actually less, maybe as incur another 1 day of storage. And then, so actually Barrage will have short pay, underpay by a certain amount. So the current way actually, because it's Bajaj, we know we will have to follow up with you to make sure that you pay us back the shortage. So operationally, actually, currently we are of the opinion that we do not want to how to say, to disadvantage or make inconvenient for the driver, because I think for a terminal, for PSA Mumbai, we are really very operational driven. We want the efficiency. But of course, I think if we beginning to find customers and we will try to follow up and trying to get money from them for the 1 day, 2 day storage,
Yeah.
then maybe we have to rethink, sir. But
No,
currently,
I'm not doubting.
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm not doubting on the charges, or I'm not worried about the charges. I'm worried about operation part. Like as you are aware, the terminals work 24/7. At 2 o'clock, if the vehicle goes there and if he's not allowed, the driver will not call anyone. And even if he calls, nobody will be awake. So again, that
Understand.
he told to go back, and again he will come in the line after make the system. This will create a confusion.
Understand.
What I can feel,
Completely.
if your system does not allow whatever time and date we have put, because the date will also get changed and the time will also get changed.
Understand. So actually the current system, in this webinar, we kind of review. Actually, is really more on the trust basis, and also with in mind on the efficiency.
Okay.
So I think we also have built in some gap ready. Like example, if you're making a payment today, you can't choose to be, or let's say you're making a payment up to like now. Okay, now in Singapore, actually I'm in Singapore, 6:30 now.
Yeah.
You can't put a delivery to be within the next, I think, 4 hours, etc. So we did put in some system thing to try to prevent such problem. But operationally, I think sometimes we understand truck may get in the queue, and the truck drivers are definitely not sometimes not very responsive. So we want to actually reduce that. But all based on, I think as a terminal, we also we will try to follow up on the short payment. But like I say, I think I just being cautious. If we do see that there are a lot of customers or certain customers who do not make the payment, I don't think it will be happening for you. But for others, we will have to take other actions. For example, like holding the next shipment, etc. So that is something that we will probably do.
Okay, we'll have to see how practically this works. Let's see.
Bitang, we have this. If the like the time is extending, then immediately the customer, they can come on the again ODEX portal and they can generate next this pick up date and time, and they can do the payment in real time.
Yeah, but Kumar, see, what I'm trying to say is that I have in a lot, in one vessel, 50 containers.
Correct.
When I allocate to transporter, transporter generates the pin once. So I think that it will once they generated, it will come and it will reach my warehouse. I don't have to really care about. Only I have to see that out of 30, how many has been moved out, how many is still remaining. I don't have to track each and every vehicle wise, container wise. In this case, it will be like I am putting, it will be needing a person who will have to track each and every vehicle, each and every container, if I am putting a date of today.
Okay, got it.
Understand that, sir. I think I think that's why I think maybe the current thought process is that is really efficiency driven, transparency driven. That's why I think partnering with ODEX, we are thinking in that mind only. So that's why, like I reviewed earlier, we are not thinking to stop the driver. Actually, we do not want that, because one driver can hold up the whole chain, and we are really not very interested for that. We didn't want that to happen. So thanks for that question and have the opportunity to also explain to everybody on this call that this is actually what we are looking at.
Okay, let's see if this problem ups up, then we will have to take it separately. Let's see how it goes about it.
Yes.
Yes,
But
that's
yeah, so I think for the first one, I think regarding the invoice question that you mentioned, I think yeah, for BMCT generating invoice to the CHA, frankly, I think it's not it's really not possible for us because we also similarly we will have many problems in that.
yeah.
But I think like just now Kumar was mentioning about the solution. I really hope that maybe after this call we can think about it and see whether it will work even for other guests who are on this call, because I think it's probably a solution that is very streamlined. Because for us to be maintaining, for BMCT to be managing the bank account or PDA account, I have to say that it's still not ideal, because checking, deducting and doing the ledger thing, there will be always a time gap. So I thought, why not leave it to the professionals who are actually doing this, updating the ledger and making sure that the payments are done properly. I think that will be a better solution than to have one staff who will be trying to check and then they update. And then I personally see that there is, it's not the most ideal. That's why we are exploring this. And I believe that if we try it, then we can, maybe we'll not get the best solution now, but with more interaction, it should be able to go into 100% solution. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah. Let's see how it goes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think Mr. Rajesh Badra raised his hand. So you can unmute yourself, sir. Rajesh, sir. Rohit, can you unmute your from your side? Is it possible?
He's already unmuted.
Okay, so but we are not able to. I think some issues with his speaker now.
Maybe. So if you are speaking, we could not able to hear you. You can text it, or you can write your question in the chat. Then we can answer that, sir, if it is not working. Kumar, let's move.
Sure. So any more queries, any question, most welcome. And your feedback is again, we must try to smoothen this process with the payment solution. So anything, any more queries on this?
I think nobody is raising, so we can believe that nobody has any queries now. Solomon?
Yes. As I can see, there is no more
I
queries,
think,
I guess.
Yeah.
cool. So I think, Solomon, you can go ahead and end the session.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining this webinar, and we hope that we could answer to your queries. And thanks.
Sorry, sorry to interrupt you, Solomon. So we got a chat message from Mr. Rajesh Bhadra. So he's asking, why get 2 hours take time for release container? That's his question. If you can refer to the chat.
Yeah, hi, Biteng here again. Maybe can I just confirm? Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, for the 2 hours, I believe is referring to the documentation upload onto ODEX, and then the release of container onto ODEX. I think we have put in some timeline that within 2 hours we want to release. I hope I'm referring to the right scenario. So I think again for this, actually, frankly, is go back to, because if the customer is not making the payment online, but instead is doing an offline payment or doing a PDA check sort of thing. So that will be a process that within BMCT will take from operations documentation team to go to the finance team, and then to check the bank account, and then come back to the documentation team, and then do a release. So actually, 2 hours is definitely it can be faster, but yet it's still a process that will take time because it's inter-department, and then you can't really expect the person to be immediately like, oh, there's one, and then there's one, and he constantly just doing a computer job and just taking a call and then just checking and all that. So there is this 2 hour thing. I hope that is the same thing that you're referring to. And that's why actually, if I can further lastly add, is that that's why we are encouraging customers to go onto the online payment, because if the documentation check is immediate, if it's a EDI one, the OOC is through the EDI IceGate integration, then that will be an immediate one. Payment, if it's online, there will be an immediate approval. Kumar, I think there's some question on the select 3 container from 100 container. I think that is, I think in the system it's possible.
Yeah,
but I
so this
can,
is already
yeah.
possible. I've just shared I think it goes to okay, 1 minute. I'm trying to send one link. Basically, this is the YouTube link. You can go step by step and you can find out how to select the 3 container out of 100. And from the screen, again, I will try to 1 minute. Let me share my screen.
Okay, I think there's another question. If CHA make payment of DPD
Yeah, can
charges,
you see my screen? Is it visible?
how will we?
Yeah. So here you can see if again against the 14W DPD code, if suppose 100 container are coming, then you can select from this tick option, you can tick on this 3 container and you can process the payment. Rest other 97 you can leave. And once you are ready with the payment and you wanted to get out the container, then again you can select selected customer from this option and you can process the payment. If CHA had made the payment of DPD charger, how invoice will release? Okay, so if CHA really process the payment for DPD, then in current scenario, it's already it's going to the direct the BCOs. So this invoice goes to the BCOs, correct, Avinash?
Yes, currently this is the process that is being followed.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay, I think there's a question on the specific vehicle.
We have 4 bill of entry OC done. Question to BMCT team. Okay, and released from the BMCT through ODEX, we want a specific container to be loaded on a specific vehicle. So, Avinash and Solomon,
yeah, I can answer it. Actually, as per our system, we follow the FIPO system, and the trailer uses a specific trailer, specific container. It's not possible in the system. For that, they need to pay additional SSR to the terminal if they want to choose specific trailer in specific container. If they got 5 containers, and if they want particular this container need to be loaded on the specific trailer, For that, they need to pay one additional shifting charges to the terminal. Then they can send a request email to our team and documentation team, and they can pay the charges, and we can load those specific container on the specific trailer.
Yeah, basically, I think there's a additional move that needs to be done. And in the system today, frankly, it's not possible because the system is built to ensure that there is minimum shifting in the terminal. So the truck can be, whichever truck that is there should be taking the container that is allocated with the less shifting. So calling the terminal staff will be required.
Yeah, basically he asked why JNPT has the system to load specific container on the vehicle. So the JNPT actually I don't know which software they are using or which method of loading that, but as per our process, so suppose normally in a stack there are 5 containers are there. So first our RTG will go and pick up the first in the top container and he will give the delivery. If you want the container which are in the down, so for that we need to shift another 2 containers. So for that we need to generate the bill to DPD customer. So without additional shipping charges, it's not possible. Specific container on the specific trailer.
So any more queries or any more question related to this? So I think I have already shared my email IDs and my number is already in the signature. So if any issues, any problem or any queries related to this, you can most welcome. You can come. You can directly reach to me and the BMCT team, Avinash and Solomon. So anything from your side, Avinash, Bitan?
Thank you everyone for joining this webinar. So we look forward to more participation on the online payment of mode. And if any issue anyone of us can write us an email to myself or documentation team, we'll take care of it.
Yeah, Bitan here. So thanks everyone. Again, I think few things. I hope and thanks for ODEX team for presenting, for organizing this session. Look forward to hearing from you all and trying to push forward, trying to use ODEX as a payment mode. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.